So I'm going to give you guys a little more of a demonstration, and I'll now be playing a piece in a minor key called Lament in Blue. It's one of my own compositions. So again, nothing too spectacular. All you have is an interestingly tuned harmonica, A minor in this case, and a melody. And then you just try to express as much emotion as you can into that harmonica. Again, you need to really learn those basics, getting a clean tone, bending those notes, and of course that comes with practice and listening as much as you can. So that's the melodic aspect of the harmonica. You need a very good melody. The second part that I'd like to discuss right now is the rhythm harmonica. Now that is fun. You may be wondering why I have so many harmonicas. Anybody want to know why? Not interested?
Playing different keys.
Yes. Okay. Why is that important? Why is playing different keys important?
Other musicians play different keys.
Perfect. Yes. Other instruments play in other keys, right? So if you bring your harmonica and they're playing in a different key, it's going to be really hard to play along with them. That's one really great reason as well. For solo harmonica, the reason why I have several different harmonicas is each different harmonica has a different sound quality. Okay, believe it or not, I think of a B flat as something different than a C, different from a D, different from a G. The reason is that the higher pitched harmonicas, the ones that have higher sounds, tend to be more expressive. The lower pitched ones tend to be more rhythmical. So when we're doing rhythm harmonica, I tend to use the lower register, so really low sounding harmonicas. Now, when I think about rhythms on a harmonica, I think about drums, okay, and I use my own voice, my own sounds. And then I just try to express it on the harmonica. And the results can be kind of entertaining. So right now, I'm just going to improvise and just come up with a rhythm. And I'll just say, I'll use a rhythm syllable. Anybody know rhythm syllables? Okay, rhythm syllables are really very good to know. Rhythm syllables denote notes. So a quarter note, an eighth note, and so on. Are you familiar with those? Okay, quarter note as a rhythm syllable is ta. So ta, 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 ta. That's quarter notes, okay? And then eighth notes are called T. So T, 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 or T, 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 T. That's an eighth note. Then you have 16th notes, which are T-ri, T-ri together. T-ri, 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 T-ri. Those are all broken down components of notes. So what I do to make things interesting for myself is when I play rhythm harmonica, I kind of sound out a rhythm that I'm hearing in my head, and I try to give it some feeling. And basically what I do is I just blow into the harmonica, and I'll chant something and blow what I'm hearing. So for example, ta 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 ta. Pretty cool, right? Ta 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 ti. Ti ta ta. So whatever you're hearing in your head, you want to be able to express on your harmonica. And a lot of fun songs have come out this way, just kind of biking along somewhere and like, oh, I hear a rhythm in my head. It goes something like, boom, boom, boom. So, and then you just start elaborating on that. So we'll try that one. You can go crazy and have all the fun in the world with it. And all you're basically doing is just blowing in and out of the harmonica. And then you're enunciating syllables in your head, you're hearing something in your head. And then, of course, later, what you want to try to do is you want to try and tame this monster. You want to try and give it some structure. That's when it becomes a song, right? So right now we're in the creative phase, so take out your harmonicas. Yeah, and just go nuts. Just have fun. Think about something in your head, a rhythm, something you always liked. If it's you snap your fingers or talk gibberish, and then just try and see what happens. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Just go nuts with that. Go for it. The sky's the limit. Again, it's just blowing in and out of that harmonica and giving it some kind of rhythm. Great, the art of trio. Okay. So basically, it's very, very fun to have a lot of fun with the harmonica. You can play melodically, of course, but the rhythm part, to me, is even more interesting. It's because it just gives it this life. I like to think of the harmonica kind of as a painter drawing a painting. So you approach the canvas, which is blank. Right? You approach a new piece of music, and it's blank. You don't know what's going to come out. You have your basic tools, right? You've got your harmonica, you've got your breath, and then you've got your tongue and all the other parts that make you, you. The key is to try to make that space out there come alive with music to make those notes work. So you can have long brush strokes, those are those long notes. You can have wavy notes, those are your bent notes, and so on. Then you have the rhythm that kind of gives it that coloring and the shading and the hue that we like so much. Another thing that's really interesting about the rhythm harmonica is you can take drum patterns and play them on the harmonica. A very famous drum pattern is called the paradiddle. Right, Brett? Okay, Brett's a drummer as well as all the other instruments. So a paradiddle is basically right, left, left, right, left, and then bring it up to speed. Now this, of course, translates differently on the harmonica, where you're blowing out, in, out, in, out, in. Something like this. It's a really good rhythmic exercise. And so on. You kind of want to bring it up to speed, but you start slow. So. Kind of gives you that train chugging sound that you want to kind of improve as well. So the train chug goes something like this on harmonica. Broken down, simply, you're drawing breath twice, and then you're blowing out twice. And you can do 3 holds at once. So everyone try, take out your harmonicas, suck in air twice, and then blow out air twice. And that's your train. Try. Now we're talking. We got the train rolling. Okay, so in twice, out twice.